Hello guys, my name is June. This is my first time sitting in front of a camera making a video. I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm wearing my husband's hat because I don't have my hair done. I'm wearing my husband's shirt. I got clothes. I'm just wearing my husband's shirt. So, like I said, this is my first video sitting in front of the camera. It probably won't be very good, but as I continue to do it here and there, it'll get better. Now, the reason why I want to share my story is because I had a major loss a few months ago, this year in March, and my life it's not bad because I still have a roof over my head and I'm still able to eat, but it's not where I want it to be. As you can see by the title of the video, 59 years old, and I'm unemployed. Now, I know you guys see a lot of videos like this. Mine is not going to be special because you've heard the story once, you've heard it 1,000 times. I'm not going to edit this video. It is what it is. And please excuse the sunglasses. It is allergy season where I live at, and the sunlight, my eyes are very sensitive to the sunlight or any type of light. So I am so sorry that I'm wearing these sunglasses, but this is the only way that I can have the ring light on and sit in front of the camera and talk to you guys. As you can tell by the title of the video, I'm 59 years old, and yes, I am unemployed. I've been working all my life since I was a young teenager, and I've had every type of job, including working at the gas station, cleaning hotels at night, cleaning people's homes, you name it, I've done it. And as time passed, I guess in the 1980s, the late 1980s, I wanted a career because I wanted stability, financial stability in my life. So I started going to school, taking classes. I started off as a home care worker, and I kept going back to school and taking classes, and I got certified as a home health care worker. And then some years later, after my son was born, I went back to school and I got my nursing degree. When I was working in nursing, the money was really good, and I was working 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, from 86 to 87 hours a week every week. I was a workaholic. Like I said, the money was great, but there was also another driving force behind me working 14 hours a day and 7 days a week. That's a time for another story, and I do plan on telling that in the future, but right now we're talking about me being unemployed. Well, I did that for a while. I mean, 7 days a week, including holidays, all major holidays. And I relocated, and then where I was living, and then the pandemic hit. And, the funny thing about the pandemic, it really scared a lot of people. People are still trying to get over oh guys, it's so hot in this room. People are still trying to get over and recover from the pandemic, not just health-wise, but financial-wise as well. Well, I had this job where I worked for the state. And it was a good job. I didn't have to worry about ever losing my job because the type of work I was into, I was able to work from home and it was taking care of my mom. So, you know, I never had to worry about that. My mom was a senior citizen, so, you know, you can always find a job, you know, working and taking care of senior citizens and everything. I was not working under my nursing license. It was under a state program that I was contracted with. And everything was okay. Now, when I was working in the nursing field, I was a visiting nurse. This was before my mom's got sick. And I made a lot of money. I made a lot of money. I didn't use the money to spend frivolously. I hope I pronounced that right. Buying jewelry or cars or going out vacations or anything like that. I used the money to pay off back bills and to get my credit in order. Because I ended up being in debt because of one of my husbands. And yes, you heard that right. One of my husbands. That's another story, and I'll be happy to tell you that too. It's kind of funny, and I know you guys are going to get a big kick out of it. But anyway, oh my gosh, this is why I don't like recording on camera, because I can be talking about something, my mind goes completely blank. Once, you know, like I said, I was working all those hours and I was using the money to pay off back bills and everything. And it's a funny thing because during this time, I was spending so much money paying off back debt, I never saved anything. Well, you know where that's going. But anyway, I got this contract with the state, and I was able to take care of my mom's and everything, stay at home, be able to watch her 24 hours a day, her doctor's appointments and everything that goes along with that. And also oh my gosh, this is terrible. But anyway, that's what I did. And during that process, the Lord blessed me to be able to find a house and buy it. Well, getting back to the pandemic, I don't know, something just clicked in me. The Lord put it on my mind and in my heart that I need to pay this house off. So I paid the house off in 2 years. And then the next money, instead of saving it, it was going toward making repairs to the house. Now, you know, it's really strange and it's also funny. And I'm sorry I keep saying that it's funny, because a lot of funny things I've come across in my life. And I never thought about putting money aside or anything. Yeah, I'd have a little stash here and there, but I never thought about really saving money. It was all about taking care of my mom's and making sure that she had everything she needed and the bills being paid and everything. And I remember in my spare time, if I had a few minutes or a couple of hours during the day, I would do some surveys for fun. It didn't pay a lot, but it was extra money. You know, at the end of the year, I would cash out and I'd have like $300 or $400 at the end of the year that I could use for Christmas shopping and everything. And ever so often, I would come across this question that had something to do with the pandemic. One of the questions were, did I have a full-time job or a part-time job, or, you know, if I was unemployed, a student or whatever. So my answer was always I had a full-time job. And then the second question that followed that was I worried about losing my job? And no, I was never worried about losing my job because, like I said, I was contracted with the state, and the program that I was working under, there was always work. There was always work for the program I was under. So I never had to worry about, being out of a job. I could work as many hours as I wanted, and all the good stuff. And then something happened. My mom's passed away. So I ended up losing my job and my mom's and my job in the same day. During all this making plans, getting the house fixed up, cleaned up, or whatever, it never crossed my mind that me having a job or keeping a job depended on my mom still being around. And it was, it was a terrible situation. Some months passed. I feel a little better about it. There's still some things I don't understand. I still get sad about it, but thanks to the Lord, the way He covered me, I'm okay. I'm not broken down like I probably would have been if I didn't have the Lord in my life. And it was really devastating to me. The good thing was I had the house paid off. The bad thing is the bills doesn't stop. And I'm not talking about utility bills or anything. I'm talking about, okay, so I don't have a mortgage, but I still have to pay homeowners insurance, and taxes twice a year, which, when you add it up and divide it into 12 months, it is still a monthly payment. The only thing I'm not paying is the principal, which didn't add up to that much to begin with. But anyway, now I know some of you guys are thinking or could think, and I think the same way if I saw this video, well, if you have a nursing degree, why can't you get back into nursing? Well, this is the mistake I made. Anybody that has ever been a nurse, and it doesn't matter if you're a CNA, LPN, or RN, you have to, in order to keep your license up to date, you have to work so many days out of the year every year. Well, I've been taking care of my mom since 2007. So from 2007 to this year, 2025, I have not worked anywhere outside of the home in a licensed facility during this time. And thinking about it now, I could have signed up for working in the home, taking people's places. There's a name for it, but it just slipped my mind. Whenever somebody called off, I could have been a contract nurse, visiting home contract nurse, where I was on call. That's what it's called, on call, where whenever the regular nurses called off for whatever reason, I would be able to go in and take their place. Now, being an on-call nurse and working in the field, you can work 20 to 30 days out of the year. And that would have definitely been enough to keep my license up to date. Of course, I didn't think about it at the time, and for the life of me, I don't know why I never thought that once I was no longer able to take care of my moms, that my job would be gone too. And it's at a really bad time because of my age. I can't go back to school because I would definitely have to go back to school to get relicensed. And because I don't have a job, I would have to pay for it. And there is no money. And so, I can't go back to school. And I'm too young to get on Social Security. So, it puts me in a little bit of predicament. Now, my husband, he's still working, and he makes sure that the bills are paid to the best of his ability, and there's food. He even cooks and everything to keep my mind off of everything. But it's not the same as having your own money. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It's always nice to have your own money. Now, anything that I ask him for, he will give it to me. And it's not so much that I'm stuck on being independent, but it's just certain things that I like to do that cost money that I don't want to ask him, if I can do it. He always says yes, but it just don't feel right to me. That's my story for right now. I don't want this video to be too long with you guys looking at my mistakes and everything. Please forgive me, guys. I will do better with talking in front of the camera as I continue to make videos. But it's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because I'm not working, I'm also bored. I'm bored out of my mind because there's nothing to do. My husband and I do everything together, and so having to wait for him to get home, or the weekends when he's not working, I'm just stuck all day. Now, there are services out there, and I'm really contemplating if I should sign up for some of the services. I would rather have a job. I mean, I'm not prejudiced against any job. I am not above any job. I've worked the job. I've made the money. I didn't save any, but I made the money. I'll sorry about that, guys. I'm not crying. That's the sweat that is coming off my forehead onto my face. I'll bag groceries. It really doesn't matter to me. Something to get me out of the house. But I drive my husband back and forth to work, so I would have to try to find something that wouldn't interfere with me driving him back and forth to work. Now, I do have things in the house that I can sell, brand new, ordered years ago, never used them. Like furniture, workout equipment that I ordered and I was not able to use because of the size. So once I saw the packaging and everything, I knew it. So I do have some things to sell. But what happens when there's nothing else left to sell? Because I have a few years before I could qualify for Social Security, and I don't have enough stuff to sell to last that long. So right now I'm trying to figure out what my next step is and everything. And I'm good at figuring things out. I always listen to the Lord and let him guide me, Because if I listen to the Lord and let him guide me, I know that I will not make a mistake. It's just when I try to do things on my own and figure things out on my own is when I start making mistakes. And by me being the age that I am now, I can't get out of stuff as fast as I used to, or as quick, fast, quick, same thing, as I used to. It takes me a little bit longer to get out of things. So I'm going to listen to the Lord and let him guide me. And, and I'll keep you guys up to date. My journey is going to be slightly different. Well, there are some other journeys out there that's the same as me. People don't have a job but have a roof over their head. Thank God I am not homeless. Thank God I'm married. My husband is working, and he's able to help out with the bills and everything. And by the way, guys, the reason why I'm talking like this is because, well, I've already mentioned about, me buying a house. We live right next door to each other. His house is on the east side of the street. My house is right next to him on the west side. So whenever I'm going back to my area, I always call it the west wing. And then when I'm coming over here, I call it the east wing. So yeah, I have not moved in with my husband yet. And my son is still living in the house at the west wing, the west wing. So I'm kind of back and forth. So my husband is helping to take care of 2 houses. I am so thankful that I'm not bummed out about it. If I didn't have my husband, I probably would be stressed to all hell get out. Now, it doesn't put me in the comfort seat, because there is still things that we need to do where it's going to take money. But from the stresses, because I am definitely a worry wart, and I worry about anything and everything. So it is a blessing for me to not have to worry about this right now. But like I said, I do have things to sell, and what I have to sell will definitely take care of the taxes and the homeowner's insurance for next year. So that's a good thing. So I need to be on my game so that year after next I'll be able to have the money to do the same thing. But guys, look, I'm not here to tell you what to do. We all walk our own path and make our own decisions. We don't know what our future is going to be, so we do what we think is right and what we think is best. Only thing I can say is I don't know where in the hell my mind was at when I didn't realize that taking care of my mom was my job. Now, I could probably, I mean, some people will think, and they might mention in the comment section below, Uber. I drive a raggedy ass car, a raggedy ass van. It's all rusted out. I would never be approved for any type of food deliveries or taking people back and forth. I had planned on getting another vehicle, and I'm glad I didn't, because that would have been another bill that my husband would have been stuck trying to pay and everything. So, like I said, I will keep you guys up to date. It won't be an everyday thing. It may not even be an every week thing, but as things come up with my life and everything, I will keep you guys updated. I also have my other videos and stuff. Now, I understand some of you guys don't like people that use AI. I use AI for a good reason. Number one, I can be in the middle of saying something which you all witness, and my mind just goes completely blank. That's because I'm trying to figure things out in my head 7 times over. And even though I can talk and chew bubblegum at the same time, obviously I can't talk, chew bubblegum, and think at the same time. So my mind goes completely blank. And the only way I can get the information out is to have someone else read it. So, I mean, I'm not trying to offend anybody. So, I hope you guys can overlook that part. The information in the videos are 100% true and accurate, and that information is based on the trials and tribulations that I've been through, that I've received help from top-notch people, and I just like to share it. It could help somebody, I don't know. So please, just overlook that part. If you could just overlook that part or not. I mean, I can't tell you how to think or anything, but that is just about the only thing I'm working on right now as far as the activity is doing the videos and everything. So but like I said, I am going to let you guys I'm going to keep you up to date with what's going on. And for my first video of sitting in front of the camera, it may not be good, but I can honestly say I did it. And I hope to continue to be able to do it and get better over time. So if any of you guys have watched my other videos, at the end I always say, let's work together to live better. And I'm going to say it now. Let's work together to live better. And always, always, thank you for watching. Okay, guys, today is June the 12th, my mom's birthday. So I went to Jules and found some miniature roses, and I planted them in our rose fountain. So here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are the medium-sized roses. And I also forgot to include yesterday in the video that my twin brother and his wife also helps us, helps me and my son financially. So I'm sorry I didn't mention that yesterday. If you guys see this video, please forgive me for not mentioning it in yesterday's video. But anyway, today is Mom's birthday. And this is the flowers, the roses. My mom, she had favorite roses. I don't know, as you can see, guys, trash from people's cars and stuff blows out the window or from their garbage cans and get into the garden bed. So I'm gonna have to clean that out. But yeah, guys, this is what I got to plant in the garden bed instead of getting some flowers for her gravesite. I'm still gonna do that, but my mom, she loved flowers, different color flowers. Roses was not her favorite, but these are the flowers that are perennials. They come back every year and they have the longest season. All right, guys, I'll talk to you in the next video.